change my mind. Let this world come and let it cease away. You see, I'll be loving you. Of your way, I can make it through 1,000 tomorrows. You were here today. Let the times clash on this land of ours. All I move, earth tomorrow. It won't matter. I know who you are. I'll be loving you. The sun comes up and there's air to breathe, but still nothing on has to be. Resolution, baby. In the stars, I'll be loving you. The clock's still ticking. If there's any time at all, you can do everything for mine. So let the world come and let it cease away. I'll be loving you. The sun comes up and there's air to breathe, but still nothing on has to be. Still ticking if there's any time. Nothing you can do, everything for mine. So let this world come and let it cease away. I'll be loving you. I'll be loving you. Yeah, I'll be loving you. I'll be loving you. Yeah. I'll be loving you. 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 I'll be loving you.
The pain of our past persists to this day. In Kentucky, like many states throughout the South, lynching was a tool of terror. It was used to kill hopes for freedom. It was used to kill my ancestors. Now, in a historic victory for our Commonwealth, I have become the first Black Kentuckian to receive the Democratic nomination for U.S. Senate. My opponent, the very person who compared expanded health care to slavery. The person who said he would have opposed the Civil Rights Act. The person who single-handedly blocked an anti-lynching act from being federal law. The choice couldn't be clearer. Do we move forward together, or do we let politicians like Rand Paul forever hold us back and drive us apart? In November, we will choose healing. We will choose Kentucky.
Community stand up. Sharing, loving, hoping, and working together. Growing, supporting each other through stormy weather. Making leaps and bounds through advocacy. Spreading joy and awareness for all to see. There's no community without you and me. We stand on the shoulders of giants. We build each other up. We expand our networking and resources. We never give up. We stand for what is right. We never go down without a fight. The African proverb says, it takes a village to raise a child. I say, it takes a village to become a community.
BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports contests and events with first-to-market odds and lines. What's up, y'all? It's your man, Lloyd Spence. And listen, all you got to do is find your reviews and news for every league, including Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf, all at betonline.ag. BetOnline continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. So, head to BetOnline today and use your mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet. Use our promo code BELIEVE50, that's BELIEVE50, BLEAV50, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. It's BetOnline, it's where the game starts. Tell them the Noisemakers sent you.
Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Now, yes, I can. So you can get this groove in the back of a can. You can make it round the world when the holes in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. That's that popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. It's a popcorn world. The popcorn world. What's that saying? Breaking down the rumor and smelling out. Speaking for the people who will slow around. Taking toast to power. The whisper and the shout, we're talking noise. Oh yeah, talking noise. Hey yeah, say it again, say we're talking noise. Yeah, talking noise. Really don't have time to fool around. Never noise keeps us lined up. When truth divine, the sound that you hear is the sound of success. We're talking noise. Oh yeah, talking noise. Yeah, picking up all the same. We're talking noise. Oh yeah. Talking noise. Say it again. We're talking noise. Welcome to Talkin NOIZ, the daily podcast that brings you up to speed and keeps you informed about real issues affecting real people. With your host, Mr. Talkin NOIZ himself, Lloyd Spence. His beautiful wife, Mrs. Noise, Kenyatta Spence. The ever-informed Brother Noise, Alan Brown. And yours cordially, Uncle Noise, Shake Anderson. Come on in and join us as we reveal and opine today's most pressing issues. Real truth while having real fun. Talkin NOIZ is in your house right now. So sit back and enjoy Talkin NOIZ.
You know it's hot outside when you got pretty much every fan and air conditioner on in your house at the same time. We got ceiling fans on, we got box fans on, and we got the air conditioner set to like 68, 70.
My prayers go out to you, brother. I cannot say that I share your circumstances. We are in beautiful, overcast, rainy, 80-degree temperatures. They might even be down in the 70s. Let me double check. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Man.
You know what? I don't even like where that just went. It hurts my soul to hear what you just said.
That's because they got the weather from all that rain up in St. Louis.
Well, we didn't get none of that.
Yeah, we in the 70s.
Apparently, there's a heat force field in here from Texas to Arkansas because it is. We have been under a heat advisory and heat stay in the house and heat everything for the last week.
That was us prior to yesterday. That was us for like 13 days, 14 days in a row.
It's hot.
According to my phone, we didn't even surpass 79 degrees today.
Wow.
That's blasphemy.
Now we will get down to 70 tonight. It's supposed to get down to 78 tonight, but then it'll be right back to 100 tomorrow and the next day. So we're in a weird place right now, man. This is like
now Friday and Saturday, our lows are supposed to be down in the 60s.
Oh my God. 60.
You hear this, Braggy?
I hear it.
Might have to pull out the coat.
I was gonna say y'all gonna be in hoodies again here soon.
Well, you know these young kids, these teenagers, they built different. They ain't stopped wearing their hoodies.
Oh no, I ain't doing that.
They walking around stealing hoodies. I'm like, something wrong with y'all. Y'all
something is wrong.
Y'all not right.
Yeah, something is wrong.
They must anticipate cold weather or something.
I never
eyelashes are sweating and they got on hoodies.
But now I'm gonna tell you something. In Texas, they'll wear hoodies and they'll wear a hoodie and shorts in the winter, and I'll be like, no, that ain't it. That ain't the answer. Shorts? No. Put on some pants.
Yeah, they'll wear shorts year round.
I'm saying, see, when you get 40, your knees gonna be terrible. Just letting the cold just cut through your knees. You're gonna feel that when you're 40.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, we fighting a good fight here. I ain't complaining too much because I had a thought. Me and my grandmother was talking. Shout out to Grandma Noise. And we was just laughing because we was like, boy, God must hear us complaining and be like, I can't please you niggas. Because you don't like the rain. You don't like the heat. It's too hot. It's too cold. It's too rainy. It's too this. It's too that. God must be like, I'm sick of y'all.
But he's giving us choices. I mean, West Coast and out west, Arizona, and all out there is 100 plus and fires and heat.
Yeah.
And then St. Louis is dealing with floods,
yeah,
rain. He's giving us choices. You don't like where you at, go somewhere else.
You can go live where you want to live. You don't have to live in the area that you live in. You can move. That is very true. That is very true. So, but it was just funny to me. We was all laughing. Grandma got me happy. I mean, cracking me up, man. This week, I tell you, she's so funny. Her humor levels are still at an all-time high. I'm full disclosure. I hope I'm not embarrassing when I tell this story, but I caught her the other day putting lotion on her legs, and I said, "Grandma, you still got really nice legs. You still got it." She said, "Well, it's nice to have something nice at 98." I said, that's not to say that the rest of you don't look nice. It's just your legs. But I'm just saying your legs look nice. They nice. She kind of laughed at that. We've been having a good time down here, man. There's a piano here at my grandmother's house, Al.
Upright.
And Hannah and I came up to me yesterday and said, "Daddy, I really want to learn how to play the piano like you." And I was like, "You serious, aren't you?" She's like, "Yeah." So she took her first lesson today.
That's cool. Is it an upright, flat back? Is it an old upright piano?
It is. It's definitely an upright, but not like the ones we saw in Moorhead. This is a a very nice upright. It's a very nice classic piano. Now it needs to be tuned badly, but it'll do for now. For what we needed to do is doing exactly what
It's the piano from choir practice.
Yeah, tell the babies say that's all right. It's tuned how your Uncle Alan sings.
That's not true at all. They've heard you sing Rock of Age. They know how you sing. They know how you sing.
It's tuned how your Uncle Alan sings.
Oh my goodness. Well, listen, I'm excited about tonight. We're gonna have a good time. Let me see. Hold on. Let me find my phone. Okay, he's ready. Let me do a couple of things here because White Organist is ready. That worked out actually really well yesterday with him piping in. I didn't know how it was gonna work because we ain't never done that before. But it worked out well. I was
so immediately after the show, did you get the text, run me my money?
Yeah, he didn't, not like that, not aggressive like what you talking
my
about.
My services were rendered. Run me my money.
He did want his money, but he was very, did it work? And I was like, yes. And he was like, well, you think it'll work the rest of the week? And I was like, yeah. And I said, okay, I'll pay you out. I'll cash app him each day or whatever. So I'm gonna cash app him after the show, but he's ready now. He just texted me, said he's ready now. So
oh my gosh,
Mama, no, do you not like this setup that we got going? You not like the setup?
Well,
I think she's still a little bothered by his registration at Condom World.
See, I don't know why she's bothered by that. You gotta move on.
And you be like, yeah, and it's like,
Mama knows you gotta stop holding grudges. You gotta stop holding grudges. The man made a mistake.
I can get her in a good mood. Cheryl Underwood shouted y'all out real nice today on our show.
Who did?
Cheryl Underwood shouting out there, Boule.
Did she?
Yeah.
And our new soror Don.
I don't know about all that.
She ain't shout out Don.
I just heard Cheryl Underwood talking about what a time she had with her sisters in service.
Well, now she gonna not shout out Don because she was taking pictures with Don like they was homies.
Don King?
No, Don Lewis.
I was being facetious, pimp.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that joke. I apologize, sir. But she was acting like they was like we besties out here. I was like, you gotta shout out Don.
I wonder if they swung by Sesame Place while they was up in Philly.
The Sesame Place. What's the Sesame Place?
The little theme park that shunned the little black girls.
Oh no, we're not doing that. We ain't going over there.
That's what I mean. Swung through there in protest.
No, our protest is that we ain't even going over there. We ain't even
knock on the door, knock on the front gate. Rosita, we need to see you.
Step outside, please, ma'am. Ma'am.
Yeah, catch you outside.
We didn't talk about the Sesame Street thing, did we?
No, we didn't.
We should have, because that was gangster.
I mean, if it wasn't for the video, for you to see each time that the Muppet character walked around black children.
But here's the thing. They've been holding on to all those other videos of previous incidents. Why did they wait? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
They wanted
this story broke, and then everybody's got receipts. Oh, it's happened before. Oh.
They was trying to build their case.
I wonder if it was the same person.
Was it the same Muppet?
No, there was instances. Bert.
Elmo.
One of them slapped the little black girl, and then the little purple one with the big belly, jiggle, knocked the little black girl over on the ground.
Oh, damn.
Y'all, yeah, it's been a lot. There's video out there. It's crazy.
So what we finding out is that Sesame Street ain't as black as it used to be.
That Sesame Place, not to be confused with Sesame Street, because Sesame Street loves the black people. The people
Gordon is rolling over in his grave.
No,
I mean,
Gordon
Maria is rolling over her grave.
No, Maria was Sesame Street. This is Sesame Place.
What's the difference?
Well, all they've done is paid copyright to use likenesses of their characters in this said theme park.
Oh, okay.
The Sesame Place is not the same as Sesame Street. They made it well known. We might have to do a little something on it Friday because there's a lot of information out there.
I want to hear more because what we're not going to do.
I can't believe your boy been publicizing it almost louder than anybody. Kev,
Who's that?
Kev on stage.
Has he?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that. Twitter said maybe the little girl smelled like outside. I'm sure she smelled like outside.
That was all outside.
What's the girl said? The girl on Kev's show, Angel.
Oh, that chick Angel, yeah.
Yeah, she said, yeah, they have to catch him hands if it was her kids.
No, what you're not gonna do is try to act like my kid ain't standing there.
You gonna box in the Muppet?
I mean, Elmo can get it too.
Oh yeah, they can all get it.
I don't discriminate.
Elmo is supposed to be a black person.
Low key, I've been wanting to punch Elmo in the face for a while anyway.
Oh my gosh.
I don't like the way he talks to people.
1 jigaboo, 2 jigaboo,
right?
3 jigaboo. The cat. 4 jigaboo.
I mean, listen here.
One Negro.
I didn't even know the history about how. I think was it the history that Sesame Street started in Harlem?
Oh yeah. Listen,
I can believe it with the brownstones and the stoops they used to all hang out on. I can believe it.
Yeah,
either there or Baltimore.
Up until this recent event, Sesame Street has never been considered racist.
Sesame Street, not to be confused with Sesame Place.
Well, I'm just saying, Sesame Street say they. And matter of fact, like Sean said, Sesame Street out in these streets, like what y'all not gonna do, is mess up our good name. We are not affiliated.
They better fix it. Fix it.
Savage Al has showed up.
I mean, listen.
There's a little something that got past us on in case you missed it Monday.
They did. We go get that in on Black Friday though, for sure. We'll have all the details and receipts. So just tune in on Black Friday.
I'm gonna show the little kids getting walked around.
All the receipts. We showing all the receipts. Matter of fact, we might show it to the theme of the Sesame Street music.
There you go. Sesame Street, not to be confused with Sesame Place.
Well, we'll come up with a new racist theme song that is
well, that would be any Kid Rock song, right?
Damn.
Is that the reason that they trashed it? No, I know what it was. The reason why he didn't show up for his last venue, and then
or you can pick a Ted Nugent song. Any of those Trump supporters.
Damn.
Any of them 45 supporters you can pick. Use one of their songs.
just line them up and let them play, huh?
Pew, pew, pew.
Al, you're on fire today, brother. You are clearly in a good thing. Matter of fact, Al, why don't you lead the good people? Because we got to get White Organist paid, y'all. So you got 2 babies now. So Al, if you don't mind, and White Organist, if you don't mind, why don't y'all go ahead and get started? Uh-oh.
White Organist had a prior engagement. Dearly beloved, we welcome you into the house of Lord. We graciously appreciate your presence. We look forward to the chatter of your noise. So we ask that you grab your pew, have a seat, grab your bulletin and a fan, because it's about to get hot in here, like the Bishop Nelly said. So enjoy yourself. Be active. Be an active listener as we all make noise.
White Organist came in hot today. I didn't like that one.
Well, he had a prior engagement. He was ready to go.
This might not work.
He like them modern. He like them modern day mega preachers. They got to fly out to their next service, so the helicopter's already warming up out on the pad.
I'm just
Ain't
saying.
got time to be, got to stay on schedule.
I'm just saying, bro. You ain't got to come in hot like that. Jesus, that was a lot. It was so hot it knocked me off the page.
Welcome noisemakers.
Welcome noisemakers. All right. Before we get into any other Talk That Tuesday stuff, we got to address a couple of elephants in the room. We have an update that we have to address. So apparently the story that broke about the preacher was broken by Larry Reed Live. I was not familiar with Larry Reed Live until this morning. And I didn't know that Larry Reed Live had he's a digital creator and he's on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and all the platforms.
As the kids say, he's an influencer.
He's an influencer. He got about 500,000 followers, roughly. So he's trying to do his thing out here in these streets. And apparently his videos do relatively well. But man, the preacher, the pastor, woo! The Negro,
because he acted like a Negro.
He came.
I did not see no man of God anywhere in his presence.
Not at all. He came for Larry Reed Live's whole neck, and he was not playing at all. So the thing is too long to play the whole thing. So we just gonna give you a little taste of the conversation.
I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care what you're talking about. You brought it up. What's important is my ministry. Okay? And let me tell you this. I'm going to get off this because we're sorry that what happened to you happened. We're sorry. Not physically, but I'm bigger than the both. Sorry. And I'm going to tell you like this. Listen to me. We disrespected my family and you disrespected what happened to you happened. I don't accept your sorry. I forgive you. Okay, but I don't accept it. Goodbye. Because everybody know you disrespected my church and you messed with the wrong one. Now you can post this and you can do whatever you want to do. But let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, brother. I respected you. I'm all right. And we're glad about that. That is material things, brother. I get that. I got life. And we're glad you got life. But something you can't change is your face. You can't change your face and you can't change the way you look, okay? And that's what you're mad at. And that's why you attack people. That's why you attack the church, all right? And that's why she's teaming up. She's teaming up with you so she can promote whatever she's promoting. She's lost, okay? Let me write you a check so you get a new backdrop. And you don't even know.
Well, it got ugly. Words were exchanged. I think he told him to kiss his ass at one point. It was ugly. It was ugly.
What was the purpose of this? This was someone interviewing him after.
Well, no. So this, it's well after. So apparently he was mad because Larry Reed Live and I'm not sure what the other young lady's name was. Al, you might know, but she's like his co-host, I guess. And they went on and said kind of what we said, like, we don't really know if this is all real or not, but we're gonna stall the preacher out. If he truly was robbed, then we certainly want him to not, to be better and blah blah blah. Larry Reed, word got back to the pastor that Larry Reed had gotten jiggy on social media, and the saints of God sent their man of God video with Larry Reed and the Heavyset sister going off. The Heavyset sister going off or whatever, or laughing at his family's situation in the church. And he went left. He said he started the video off calling the Heavyset sister Biggie. He called the pastor. Called it, he said Biggie. You need to be quiet. I don't even know who you are.
He called her all kinds of insulting names.
Oh yeah, he demeaned her in every.
The
pastor.
Don't call him pastor.
The man of God.
That Negro.
Wow.
Yeah, he went
signified.
And then he used the F word to Larry Reed. He said, "You ain't nothing but an old gay tight pants wearing FAGGOT."
Yeah, rhymes with Megan.
I was like, the pastor is lit.
The pastor?
The Negro.
Again.
The man of God with a T went left. He went hard left. He said, you picked the wrong one.
But I tell
Well,
you
no,
what,
you picked the right one.
I tell you what I've learned from today's revelation.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll start with what I did not learn. I did not learn whether or not the robbery was fake or real.
I did not.
I did not. I still have my suspicions, but nevertheless, what I did learn is that man, Lamar Whitehead, is full of shit.
Yeah.
He ain't bit more man of God than a character off of In Living Color. I don't care what kind of building he stands in, what kind of followers or membership he has. He's full of shit.
Wow.
The way he carried on insulting that young lady.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I didn't understand why he attacked the young lady the way she did. I was like, man, come on, why are you bullying her?
Because he can't control the dude.
He couldn't control anybody, but I mean, it just wasn't necessary. I just didn't get it.
He went for the weaker vessel.
I was like, bro, if it's real, why are you going off? Matter of fact, there's no reason to go off. If something like that has happened in your church and you are truly traumatized for it, then you come on to Larry Reed's and you say, Larry, with all due respect, I understand the joking that you've done or whatever, but I need you to understand we were afraid for our lives. Like, you could take a very docile tone and a very serious tone, and I think Larry would have backed down. I think he would have been like,
if you're humble.
Right. But he came in with such hot energy. I was like, bruh.
If I was Larry Reed, I was like, we saw two people. We saw you laying on the floor, and we saw the guy in the back sitting in the chair, not bothered.
Not bothered.
Well, and to Ron's point, I don't know what pastor wears $1 million in jewelry between him and his wife. And then also, you're right. Larry
he revised that to about 400,000.
Right.
He said the people to put it out there embellish that number so that they can write the story or make the story whatever.
Right. He said CNN was not telling the truth.
It sure wasn't some embellishment.
I was like, well, why would they lie? I don't understand why
they
got
that
lie.
right from the horse's mouth because for all they know, you had on $30 worth of jewelry.
Right.
They didn't just pull that number out there behind. I can promise.
Because truth be told, somebody off the streets is like Ron said, ain't no preacher dripping like that.
Not a real one.
So
yeah, but that man
being viral, he got it.
I mean, most of them type preachers, they buy jets and not jewelry.
Right. Nothing flashy. They're not gonna wear nothing flashy like that. So I don't know. The whole thing.
I understand it's hard getting in and out of Brooklyn, airplane. So you might as well invest in jewelry.
Well, now I got a third theory, Al. I'm gonna throw this out at you guys as well. I'm not 100% sure everybody ain't in on the tape. Because Larry Reed has gotten a lot of momentum out of this. He has.
You know what?
Gotten a lot of momentum out of this.
I don't agree with you because I've seen Larry Reed several times before. I've seen a lot of his content, and just like the preacher said, he has a very Wendy Williams-esque type of presentation in his content.
Okay.
It is gossipy. It is kind of catty. So I don't think he's using this story for momentum. Okay. I think he already had that.
Okay. Is he a homosexual like the pastor was trying to say?
From my observations, I believe he does have a different lifestyle. He chooses a different lifestyle.
Because he called him out several times. He was like, he told him that you told him you be setting them licking them balls. He was
a pastor?
The pastor, yeah, you don't understand. The pastor was lit up like it was Christmas on December 23rd, not 24th.
I am flabbergasted.
Pastor held nothing back. He said, "You be out here licking these." I was like, "Wait, Pastor, wait, hold on. Don't you want to pray about it?" To the Lord in prayer. Like, what we doing tonight? Like,
oh, he's doing too much.
A lot, Pastor. Woo. He said, "You picked the right one because I'm not going to let you talk about me when the gun was in my baby's face."
I mean, that was if giving all the smoke is a word.
Normally when a baby is being harassed in a negative way, you would hear the baby, right?
He's talking about his wife.
No, he said baby.
His wife and his daughters.
Oh, his children?
Yeah. He said
apparently we're in there and his members and I don't know.
He said that's the reason why he went to the ground, and we couldn't hear him say to the congregation. We couldn't hear it. We could hear him say, "Go down, get down, get down, get down."
So the congregation already knows that the signal is if you see me lay flat down on my chest, that means we all supposed to get down.
No, he said it. He said it. That's what he said on the video. He said it.
But we did not hear him give it.
You know, there is a third video.
Oh,
there is a video of just him after the Larry Reed confrontation.
Is that the 48-minute one?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I saw that one too. That one was long. I couldn't commit to that one.
I did not. I skimmed through it.
I skimmed through it too. It was basically a repeat of everything I'd already seen. So I was like, okay, I understand. But I'd like to see another angle of the robbery. I like to see another angle just to see.
Where's the church surveillance?
Yeah.
Who was filming on their phone the whole time? That's what I don't know.
I don't know.
That is facts. Oh my goodness. What is happening?
Oh, that's right. He was live streaming. The camera didn't move. So, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, that's right.
It's live streaming on a tripod.
Okay, that makes sense.
It was on a tripod. But Larry was kind of being petty, talking about the guy had thumbtacks holding up his background. I'm like, okay, that ain't.
What is happening? That was horrible.
That's kind of petty. I mean,
he like, you got $1 million on your neck, but you got thumbtacks holding up your back.
That does sound suspect. I won't lie to you.
Okay. Well. Wow.
But there was a lot going on.
It sounds on par for a shyster that's scamming people. It sounds on par. Why am I going to invest in this when the real scam is putting the money in my pocket? So, yeah, that makes sense.
And by the way, to Sean and Ron's point, he apparently doing a deep dive. He was locked up on some scam stuff. He's been to prison, which is why Larry said you've been taking some interesting moments in your life as well, sir. You may be.
Oh my God!
Shambolo. Hey, Rahab was a whore. Oh, Shamba. Matthew was a.
Listen.
Come on now! Don't talk about what the Lord can't do.
Listen, it got ugly. Yeah, it got ugly.
It sounds like it.
Look what he did for Saul. Oh, changed him into Paul. Hey,
that's funny. It was 16 minutes of fury. They was going at it. They was really going at
16 minutes of fury.
They was going at it. I was like, this is not a friendly
guilty when they try to overspeak and power talk everybody in the room, and he did that for 16 minutes.
Yeah.
Finally, the young lady just gave up and was like, you know what? Let this Negro run out of air.
Listen, if I'm right, I don't have to argue with you. I learned that years ago. When I'm right, there's nothing to argue about. I'll let you argue with yourself, but I'm not going to argue with you. And if I've gone through a real trauma, I'm definitely not going to argue with you. I'm still trying to heal. But if I'm busted, I might have to defend that. I might have to.
Two grown men looking for the viral moment, and it was already viral.
Anthony Bruce does have a point. The jury budget and the decor budget, two different accounts. One
comes out of the building fund, the other one comes out of the treasury.
One of the core I thought came out of petty cash, or maybe the building budget comes out of.
The building fund is always the fund that don't get no money.
Yeah, it does. It gets him $1 year after year,
Exactly.
year after year after year.
That's that big old dill pickle jar that was on the counter that said when I was a kid, when you went to the church, it was a big old dill pickle jar that said building fund.
We did away with building fund probably 15, 16, 17 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, we haven't had a building fund in probably closer to 20 years.
Wow, that's good, man. That's good. Some churches still yet holding on.
We just take a percentage out of our tithes, and
it's sliding in the building fund as a stripper fund. So
Nope.
it's like a benevolent.
It's the money they make off the lemon pepper wing.
Yeah.
No.
Somebody comes and just gathers it off the floor.
Nope.
At the end of praise and worship.
Ooh, I bet them are some smelly $1 bills. That's some TOP
Mama Noise. It spins the same way.
I don't care. Maybe they got a laundromat downstairs.
Mama Noise, stop acting like if a stripper came to the church
Nope.
and put their money in an envelope and gave it to the pastor of any church in America, they wouldn't receive it with the love of the Lord.
So you trying to say you're gonna be like Lloyd on a Boomerang that had his panties on?
Nope, I didn't say that. I'm just saying once that money goes,
like it came from
once that money goes in the envelope of most churches, they really don't care how it got there. They ain't questioning how it got there.
But in the chat, they was talking about that the little girl smelled like outside. So you trying to say that they ain't trying to know that this cash smells a little bit like it? Right, STM.
That's what disinfectant is for. That's why they got microbands.
Disinfectant for cash?
Spread down with that microband.
That's supposed to be the dirtiest of all money. Is cash money.
That's why you spray it down with microband. Get them germs off of it. And then you hang it up
with microband.
And then you hang it up on what's them little black
clothes hangers?
No, them little, you can't hang with clothes hangers. What's them little black
clips?
Yeah, get them little black clips and just draw like a little line in the counting rooms. And then hang them up overnight and then come back the next day and they be good.
Unbelievable.
They'd be like, "Oh, praise the Lord, sister Mercedes has brought in her tithes for the month."
I can't do it.
Let's get the stripper
Mercedes.
Get the stripper disinfectant kit and you spray it all down.
Sister Mercedes.
Right. And then you spray it all down. And now you don't deposit that with the rest. You deposit that the next day because it got dry.
And see, it probably ain't the case over sliding. They probably
well, he said they put the money in the dryer on General and Lowe's.
See what I'm talking about? They probably like we gonna burn up all the germs.
They got a different process that we have. I
told you they probably got laundry in the basement.
We spray it down because that Cocoa 19 is out here, so we don't want that either.
Coca.
We ain't in love with the Coca, so we spray it down over here.
Oh my God!
Make sure it's all right. Shout out to Mercedes. Faithful member slide in. Faithful.
There's always a Mercedes and there's always a diamond.
Always a diamond. Matter of fact, those are usually your two best performers. Coming to the stage.
What was that? Anthony Bruce? He said, "Oh, LG&E ain't never sent no money back."
LG&E receives our money.
Listen, whenever you pay bills, they ain't trying to say this money didn't smell right.
And they don't care where it came from. They're not asking you, are you paying your LG&E bill or your TA?
Hey, Mr. Alan Brown, there's a tad bit of cocaine on this $50 bill. We're gonna need you to exchange it for another one. You have another one?
Shit, they gonna wipe it off and put it in the register.
They just shake it out. They shake it out.
They run that fentanyl test kit on it. Make sure it ain't got no fentanyl.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they ain't no fentanyl. We good.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Fentanyl. One thing America ain't never had a problem with is dirty money.
Dirty money. It's that dirty money.
America will spend some dirty money now.
That's why you said.
What's the difference between dirty money and sweaty titty money?
There's no difference.
They walk together.
There's no difference.
It's like Lloyd said, they get down on that floor and sweep that money up after they make it rain. And after it gets put inside of G-strings and all those things.
All you got to do is get you some gloves, pull it out the garbage bag, and like I said, hang it up.
Garbage bag?
Yeah, you don't just collect it to your body. You just throw it right in the garbage bag.
Oh, okay.
And then when you pull it out, you just spray down the stuff, spray down the pile, and then hang them up.
Ron said, Sister Mercedes, Sister Diamond, and Sister Candy.
Sister Candy.
Oh,
those are usually your top 3 strippers at every strip club.
Sister Candy.
And not necessarily in that order, because it just depends on the club and the talent of the artiste.
Oh my gosh. Unbelievable.
You know what I'm saying? But
Clearly.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. That dude, I would imagine his church probably does have a unique praise and worship situation. Because the way he was acting, Al.
Oh my goodness.
I can't imagine he got regular praise and worship.
You can find out. Go to his Facebook page. You can go to the history.
I'm scared though, because then he in my algorithm.
I was going to say, then all of a sudden it's in your news feed.
I don't want him sending me nothing. I don't want to be on this prayer. He had to do prayer line.
But the good thing about it now, you'll blend in with everybody else that's just popping in with the feed.
Popping in, yeah.
I'm going to look it up.
Is that he going to look it up?
I don't know, man. I would like to get on that prayer line they have, though. I like to see what they're praying about. Because I bet it's aggressive prayer. Based on what I heard today, it's probably a really aggressive communication with the Lord.
I can't even imagine.
Oh, I can imagine. It's probably like,
Nope.
My nigga God, what up?
Nope. Don't do it.
God, we coming to communicate with your ass one more time.
Nope.
We love you, man.
Too much. I can't imagine.
So here, let's put things in perspective.
Oh no, he done been to the website.
Absolutely.
To the
I'm in
Facebook
the website.
Oh yeah.
6 days ago, his most recent post had 25 comments, 80 reactions, and 10 shares.
Okay.
His first post after the robbery, the day of the robbery, where he sat before the people in his study, sweating and
the big old glasses.
5.6K in reactions, 9.3K in comments.
Wow.
3.8K shares and 322,000 views. Wow. So he blew up.
He won.
I told you that's what he wanted. It was a viral moment.
He got it. Now, can he capitalize off it from here? We'll see. But he got what he wanted.
Maybe he just had junk jewelry on the whole time. Maybe.
What will be interesting is to see what the police find. Because the police will investigate this.
And discover that this ninja was clearly lying.
Yes. I mean, I'm not saying that's what they're going to find. I'm just saying it feels like that's what they're going to find.
Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries.
Yeah. Andy Bruce said he'd be crip walking talking about, we going to pray and curse the devil off, cuz. We out here like this, cuz. He said something. Did he say something about he's friends with 50 Cent? Al, did you hear him say that? I thought he said he was friends with 50.
I didn't hear it. I didn't.
Okay, I don't know why I thought I heard him say something about the 50 Cent
content. But
I'm gonna
apologize for a second while I listen to Sunday service from the 17th. And then
let me know what Sunday service is like, Al.
I'll let y'all know what I
okay.
I didn't see anything that says he was friends with 50 Cent. However, if it's anything similar to the woman that fired off a gun at the love field that says that she's Chris Brown's wife, then it just means that you can just name drop whenever you want, and people will go, "Oh, really?" And so,
Mama Noise, let me tell you something. I'm so proud of you right now because I was wondering how you were gonna weave these two things together, and I was like, "Where are you going with this?" And then when you dropped that the way you said, I was like, "Girl, I have taught you well." Well played, Mama Noise. Well played.
she said, "I am a prophet of God," and you like, "Oh no, help us, Lord."
He chased. I didn't say he chased the dudes in his car.
Stop.
He rolled out on the dudes in his car.
You need to quit
Deacons, we riding. Is that what happened? He called the deacons. We are.
Well, see,
this dude is amazing. This might be one of the greatest pastor moments I've ever seen in my life.
maybe he did it like the Transformers. Roll out.
Regulators.
Mount up.
He said, I know what set they, the one of the deacons rolled up, Pastor. I know what set they claim. Let's ride.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You know what set they claim, Deacon? Oh my goodness. Let's go get these fools then.
I don't know, but I still have to say the dude who was sitting on the platform with his Bible open.
That's my favorite dude of the whole video.
It was like, what I'm not going to do.
That ninja didn't move an inch. He was like, am I supposed to read during this part? Or
I mean, listen.
He was looking around like, am I supposed to read? Am I supposed to, what you want me to pray? Am I supposed to pray? Y'all, do they need music? They need music. I can play. I can just play something while they're robbing it.
Oh, what happened in that one movie, Lloyd, when he said, play some traveling music?
Play some traveling music. That movie was Harlem Nights, by the way. You said that one movie.
I'm just saying. Maybe it could be like your favorite scene with your boy with the maracas.
That was the praise and worship leader when they came in. No, shout out to the past. If it was a true robbery, we definitely these are just jokes and we just playing. But if we don't want the smoke, we don't want nothing.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, how was the service?
Let's just put it this way. It was a 3-hour and something service. And I'm back. So
you like, I'm not about to sit still for no.
And I will say that he took the podium with 2 hours and 40-something minutes left. So
it was a 3-hour service and he came in on the last 13 minutes.
Yeah, no. With 2 hours and something remaining. So
he took the podium with 2 hours left.
Right. His message was 2 hours and something long.
Oh, let me just be clear. I want to be
very clear. His praise team was one woman, and she was pitchy and off key and tone deaf. It might have been his wife.
Let me be very clear. I want to be very clear before we move forward with this program tonight. I have yet to see the church where I'm gonna sit through a 2-hour sermon. I don't even know what that church looks like. A 2-hour sermon? That better be the greatest sermon in the history of time. Like you better have a direct line from
I will go to a conference and listen to a series of sermons.
Right. I'll go to a conference. But one message that's 2 hours.
You ain't gonna hit me up.
No, we good on that, bro.
Don't hear me.
Half the Bible in 3 hours, so move on.
That's funny. Twitter said the deacon said, "You down for a 187?" That's right.
I heard y'all talking. Did I hear you say that he went after him?
That's what Sean said. Sean said they chased the dude in his car.
Okay.
What Bill Cosby say, dude? Or what Cliff Huxtable say, dude?
Let me guess. They had nooses and bleach. Okay.
And MAGA hats.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You nigga.
My thoughts and prayers to the international outreach, whatever ministry, if it indeed, in fact, is legit.
I have a feeling we should be praying for this church no matter how the outcome of this sermon went. Right. This church is off the chain. They are really off the chain. So, and I do want to address what Mama Noise said earlier. We do have an update on the woman in the airport. She did say the reason why she did it.
Oh, my bad.
That's different reasons. The reason why she did what she did was because, number one, she is a woman of God, and she's married to Chris Brown. They married or get engaged.
She said she was a prophet of God. I don't know if she went in there and shot it up in the air because God led her to, but the other part is because she was Chris Brown's wife.
See, this is where I have a problem. I don't like that folk want to attribute the worst of themselves to God. Like, listen, I get when you score a touchdown.
You say the worst of themselves to Chris Brown.
Well, girls will attribute the worst of themselves to Chris Brown because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for him to bring his worst and their worst and get their back blown out. So I get that. I understand that. But I don't understand why God got to be involved in the. You got to tell people use a prophet of God. Keep that to yourself. Listen, I'm not in this airport because I want to be here. The Lord told me to fire on you niggas.
An angel of the Lord appeared at my doorstep and said, "Pull up on me."
Pull up. Matter of fact, the way the angel came to me, and again, I'm so glad you did that because we haven't had that in a long time. The first of the angel said,
"Pull up on me. Pull up on me."
And then I said, "Are you sure, Lord?" And that's when the angel responded.
So I thought you were gonna hit him with the pull up on me.
Well, I don't have that part. I would. That would have been great. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then when she walked out the bathroom, it was like,
if you think I'm here to play around with y'all, God damn it, I'm not.
there was a sequence of things going on there. It was a sequence of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. I get what happened.
Oh my gosh.
She was excited, you know. She had heard from the Lord.
Listen.
Now, Ryan, I'm gonna be honest with you. Had she said that, I'd have believed her. If she'd have said, "I am Nick Cannon's new baby mom," I'd be like, that makes sense. Now I understand why you're in the airport firing on Nick.
Too much.
That check. Did y'all see the pictures, by the way? Nick in the tub with the baby mama, and they having the baby, and he's sitting behind her, supporting her, and she's delivering the baby in water. It's a water baby.
Oh no.
I wish I could sit down and talk to Nick. Just one-on-one, just sit down and have a conversation. Man to man. Just say, "Hey, bro, you gotta stop. You think what you're doing is looking good. You look crazy. You look hella crazy. You look crazier here than you do on Wild 'N Out."
Wow.
It's not a good look, bro. There's nothing that power. And the same people that love you are also laughing at you.
Hey.
They love you. They love you. They got your back. They got your sport. But they also laughing at you.
I mean,
at this point, it's a clown show.
He just keep going from one extreme to the next. Because I read an article that was talking about he said something to the effect of he would, if Mariah would take him back, he would. And I was like, "Come on, sir.
You're all over the place.
You need to get somewhere and sit down."
Twitter said the angel of the Lord that told that lady TSA be tripping. Go serve them fools. TSA do be tripping though.
I'm sure.
I got strip searched one time. So not strip searched, but I got searched so bad one time. I thought that dude should have bought me dinner. Like, you have violated me at this point. This is
dinner. What the what?
I'm like, bro, my wife don't get feels like this. What are you doing?
When they started trying to go for Azaria's diaper that time we was flying, I was like, my fist is up and here, I'll hand you the diaper, but I'm not going to let you go digging off in it.
Yeah, you're doing the most, bro. Calm down. Calm down.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that's where we are with the updates. We had to give y'all those updates because those came in hot today.
Here's another angle.
That's another angle for what? For the robbery?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta send it to me. I want to see it.
Oh.
That nigga pants tight.
Said the cats didn't even have their fingers on the trigger. And the jury has decreased to 40,000.
From 400,000 to 40,000.
Right,
listen,
but he does drive a Rolls Royce, so.
Listen, the truth is going to come out on all of this. It's just a matter of time. I'm just letting y'all know.
Was clearly lying.
Yeah, it's good. It's all gonna come out, and boy, when it does, I feel bad for you, dude.
I guarantee you, these are gonna be some people he did time with in Sing Sing.
Facts. I believe that.
For sure. These are friends, homies.
Yeah, he said, let's get this money.
Y'all, I got a caper. Let's run this caper.
I got a caper. Oh my gosh.
Did they take the keys to the Rolls Royce?
Interestingly enough, no. He was able to drive that in the chase.
Well, he didn't give up no keys. He just gave up the jewelry.
So can you really drive in the streets of Brooklyn? Okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's just out here running lights and carrying on, whatever. All right. So maybe that's what it was, man. Like I said, it's all gonna come out in the wash.
I'm too invested in this story. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Because listen, he won. You just said he went from 25 views to 322,000 views. He won. Whether even though his jewelry got stolen, he won. So that's just what it is. No, I get it. I get it.
To praise him. I love to praise his name. I love you. This nigga don't even spell his name right. He spelled Lamar, Lamor.
He spells it what?
Lamor. That sounds like a alias.
Are you dead on the way?
Oh no.
What happened?
No. Oh no.
What did she just say? I know she just didn't walk in the room and just start talking like we ain't lying.
Absolutely.
Are all these supposed to be degrees behind this wall?
Yes, he's very learned. They're either degrees or employee of the month at the local chicken and waffle.
Nigga, you printed those offline.
If I had to guess, they were from the chicken and waffle.
He printed them himself. Went down to Kinko's and had those.
No, listen.
You only been out of the pokey 10 years.
Because you got to know that he got all those degrees when he was in the pokey.
He's focused, Al. He's focused.
You can get degrees in the pokey.
You can get degrees. They'll pay for you to get the education.
Listen, you can be a licensed minister online if you pay the fee for the certificate.
It used to be $25.
I'm just saying.
Oh, he says prison certificate. See, there you go. See, we didn't think about that. He's like, this is for good behavior.
Listen, I saw some college the other day that was like, they will give degrees.
Talkin NOIZ, what are you listening to?
Oh, my bad.
Why are you blaming me?
Oh, okay. Is that his church, Al?
I don't know.
I mean, you better fuss out Al.
Is that Trent?
That's Trent.
So he probably does know 50 Cent. Shout out to TikTok for keeping all the receipts.
All right, I'm done.
Nobody's saying justice for what's his name?
Lamar.
Justice for Lamar.
Juicy.
And where's his all his celebrity?
He ain't been in jail yet, Mama Noise. We still early in the story.
Oh, but I'm saying all the celebrity friends should have been out by now talking about justice for
well, they're oddly quiet
mm-hmm.
for one reason and one reason only. This nigga is clearly lying. So
I'll be the first to apologize if I'm wrong.
And I'll be the second.
Actually, I'm not apologizing because I haven't really given my. I just said I'm suspicious, so I'm gonna leave it at that, and I ain't apologizing.
I'll apologize. I will apologize.
Yep.
But I have a funny feeling though. I'm not gonna have to apologize.
Got the feeling.
I got a funny feeling. I got a feeling.
Something just ain't right.
Oh,
I got a feeling.
I'm looking forward to when all this resolves. What were we supposed to be talking about today? I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, we were going to talk about who we're supposed to follow. We definitely not following Lamar.
Somebody is.
He's got followers.
But can I say something? That makes it, when you see stuff like this, and especially if it don't work out the way, like in truth, this makes it so much harder for the whole.
Yeah. That part.
Like it makes it so much harder for the whole.
Mm-hmm.
Is this him too?
Uh-oh.
Is this recent?
I will not lose.
What are you in? One of them little slingshots?
I guess so. I guess the bishop is balling.
Pass the pimp. Okay.
Oh.
The bishop is balling, y'all. Let the man ball out.
You know what? You remember some years back, I think he was, I'm not going to say a cousin of, he might have been a cousin of Rev Run. It was a prophet.
The one that he used to serve under?
Yeah, I think so. But he had it where you could call in and get a prophecy.
1-800 number. Yeah.
1-800 number.
That wasn't a good look.
No, it was not. But he was like, if you need one, just holler at your boy. And I was like, okay. That was many years.
In his mind, he thought that was a bomb. He thought that idea was from the Lord. He's like, oh my God, I got it. I got it. Can I just tell you why this is so bad and the irony of this whole situation? To me, the irony of it is that we just had Creflo come out 2 weeks ago, maybe it's been 3 now, and say that everything he had been teaching on tithing was absolutely, completely wrong. And that he needed to fix that and clean it up. And so for every guy that is trying to reform and get it right and do the right thing, another guy raises up in the hustle. And it's like we can't never get to a place where we got men of God. There's something about power, man. And I think, Al, you said this a couple of weeks ago. Absolute power corrupts, absolutely, or something like that.
I've heard that. I don't think I've seen
I've heard it.
I don't know why I thought you said that the other day. Or maybe it was Ron that said it. But it's the truth. It is the absolute truth, man. When we empower our community and give them reign over one another or each other, man, it doesn't end well here lately. Like we can't raise up a leader because he don't know how to just be focused on the cause. Like even like, you know, with Cuz talking about Black Lives Matter, even with Black Lives Matter, we empowered them to represent us and say, come on, raise this money and take care of our people. Let's fight this cause, Black Lives Matter. And then all of a sudden, wait a minute, where y'all sending the money again? Yeah, why y'all spending it on that? That's not what we asked y'all to do. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's tough. It makes you wonder, should we follow anybody? What are your thoughts, Mama Noise? Al?
Well, I think that was a really big deal for Creflo to have come out and made that statement, because we didn't talk about it on the show.
But it also could be received one or two ways. I know Anthony Bruce is joking when he said, "Well, Pastor, can I get my jet money back?" The Creflo did ask for $60 million for a jet.
$65
million for a jet. And I get the joke, but also, if you're wrong, if you're truly wrong, Pastor,
don't you need to make it right?
But let's not get too far away from what Creflo is saying, because then we lose the value. What Creflo said was tithing out of fear and guilt was wrong, and that's
Right.
how he taught tithing. He still believes that giving is required for the church. So, but it should be a gift or giving out of gratuity, out of gratitude, not out of fear or guilt.
And he eliminated the 10%, Al. I listened to the whole sermon. I wanted to hear it. I wanted to hear the original.
Well, actually,
sermon.
there's two sermons. He's currently preaching a series.
It's a series, right?
Right. So
I
heard a young lady utilizing Creflo's position to say that where in the Bible did it say give 10% of your paycheck or blah, 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 blah. Never once in the Bible did it say give 200 out of every. I was like, I'm saying to myself, because I don't want to get into those frivolous arguments. I'm saying to myself, that's because they didn't have paychecks, young lady. They had crops and cows and animals. So they gave a tenth of the first fruits of all their labor. But I didn't want to get into that argument. But I do admire Creflo's position, although I do believe that Creflo's position is only because the game has changed.
Right. And so, so you think it's not a genuine switchover?
No, in order for him to keep his profit margins high, he has to go with the direction that the community's going. And you don't just hear Creflo talking about tithing, why we tithe and why are we still giving tithes to the church. You don't hear just Creflo. That's a movement. And it kind of came on the heels of all this prosperity preaching over the last 2 decades.
So you think this is just game shifting?
I believe, in my opinion, because I don't trust Creflo, dog. Any man that has a gold toilet, I don't trust.
He got a gold toilet?
I mean, how frivolous is that?
This nigga special ed.
So
I got it made.
Wow.
I have to question his sincerity and his position on kingdom building in general. So,
but I think to your point, Al, and I think you said it incredibly eloquently, that is what makes it tough to follow anybody.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, okay, I followed you all these years. I'm just using this as an example. I followed you all these years. I trusted what you said, and then you come up because of hard times. And I'm sure your church has felt the impact of the pandemic, much like every church has felt the impact of the pandemic.
And honestly, Lord, we have not. Our financial position has not decreased at all during this whole pandemic.
Well, but y'all a real church, though.
That's because of the teachings. That's because of the leadership.
Right.
But that's all God.
Yeah.
But we've been blessed. So we haven't lost a step. I have not missed a paycheck. Nobody on staff has missed a paycheck during this entire pandemic.
Yeah, but y'all a real church, though. I don't like y'all using y'all as the model.
Every Thursday, every Thursday for the last 2.5 years, we've been giving away 40, 50, 60 care boxes. You know, people line up every Thursday. So we haven't missed a step, and that's all, you know, because of the blessings and the covering of God. So
maybe this was done to help us understand who we should follow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe this was a way to kind of, as the Bible says, separate the wheat from the tares. Because you're right, there are a few churches out there that have not missed a beat, but those churches are typically doing stuff too. Like our friend's church, they haven't missed a beat. They've been fine. They still giving away food every Tuesday. You know, they still doing what
they should have, and under the circumstances of the pandemic, they should have. It should have been a wrap. It should have been shut down because, you know, of attendance and all that. But
yeah,
they are an asset to the community, right in the center where, you know, that food pantry, people line up for that. I happened to come through there one time when the food pantry was open, and I mean, there were cars circled all around the parking lot, just pulling in of people that were coming to get the food from the food pantry. And so they are providing for the community.
Right.
Yet nothing was interrupted.
Ron makes a statement. He says it's tough to follow anyone that preaches on prosperity theology. Do we believe that our leaders, not just church leaders, but leaders in general, do we believe our leaders should be teaching us how to prosper? Do we need that coming from our leaders? Because Martin Luther King talked about a dream. And his dream included not just unity, but it also included, he talked about, you know, in many of his speeches, he talked about our financial equality and being able to make the same wages that a man that didn't look like us would make, and our communities prospering and getting better and different things like that. So should the leadership of our community come with a message of prosperity as well? Don't we want our communities to prosper? And is that different than the prosperity message that we hear from like the Creflos and the Kenneth Copelands and all those guys?
Of course it is.
Explain why.
Well, I mean, their messages are like, give to them. Ivy Hilliard, you know, this helicopter blade need to be replaced. I mean, give to them. I mean, I would like to have seen, this is just in my, you know, sanctified imagination, is just if you collecting millions of dollars for jets and helicopter planes, blades and all those different types of things, or helicopters because you need to get between your four churches and stuff. Are you doing stuff that magnanimous for your congregation?
You know the guy that spit on the eye of his brother? Y'all remember him? I forget his name. We talked about it on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But he gives a lot of money away. They give a lot of money away.
Hilliard does.
No, the guy that spit on the eye of his brother. Remember, he spit in his hand, and then he rubbed the spit on the eye of his brother. You forget that?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was earlier this year.
Yeah.
With the fan.
Well, I guess I don't remember it because I remember praying for a lady, and she was saying that something about her eyes and was like, she wanted me to spit it out. I said, okay, yeah, I'm not doing that. I said, listen, I can lay hands on your eyes and pray for your eyes. I am not getting ready to do. Well, that's what Jesus did. I said, I understand, but I am not he. But I don't feel that I need to do that.
Yeah, he was trying to make you. I can't believe you don't remember that, Mama Noise. I'm concerned I'm about to get some ginseng in you.
Really?
Look at your mind. It didn't connect.
No, it did not connect. I don't remember hearing the story.
Yeah, we did
a whole show on it.
This discussion on it.
Well,
We did a whole show talking about it.
we talk about a whole lot of things for years.
Okay, well, for the rest of us who do remember, I'm saying that it's like sometimes the giving, because even I've become kind of not skeptic, but I've definitely questioned everything now a little bit more than I used to, and I wonder sometimes, is the giving also a method of control? Because I saw that up close in a church in Louisville that I was working part-time at. And that pastor definitely was using the giving as a method of control. So yeah, he was benevolent and he would give his staff, we gonna put you on salary and we're gonna let you live in this house rent-free. And okay, yeah, but now you got me. Because I'm living here rent-free, and the money that I'm saving from having to pay for the house and the electricity and all the other stuff, I can't mess that up, so I got to do whatever you ask me to do. Even if what you ask me to do goes against stuff I believe.
See, me personally, I don't have an issue with prosperity, because I don't think the God I serve wants us to be poor and broken.
Right.
Although the scripture says the poor you will have always. Yeah, the scripture does say that.
Right.
But it also talks about the possessions that our Father has, cattle on 1,000 hills, and we are heirs to that. Right. So I don't believe that God wants us to be broke and broken. But you lose me when you talk about prosperity in one sense, and that's financial, monetary prosperity. That's where you lose me, because I would like to think that there's other ways to be prosperous, not necessarily money. And oftentimes that's what you get from the pulpit. Right. Sow seeds into my ministry, and the Lord will bless you tenfold. But you don't specify that all blessings are not going to come in the form of money. You don't specify that my sowing into your ministry does not have to be monetary. My sowing in your ministry can be a seed of labor, a seed of service.
Right.
So when all you talk about is money, that's where I've lost, that's where my spiritual ADD kicks in, and I just lose all focus.
No, I actually we must have the same condition, because I agree. I don't understand. First of all, why are we selling all people the same dream of being rich when we know that's not true? Like, everybody can't be rich. Everybody's not gonna be rich. And what is rich anyway? What does rich mean? Like, does rich mean I got a bunch of money and a bunch of property and a bunch of land and this, that, and the other? That's rich? Well, that ain't rich if I got cancer and I'm dying from it. How rich am I?
So if we all millionaires,
who's a millionaire?
Cut the grass at your mansion?
Right.
Who's gonna cut the grass and clean the toilets at my mansion? Because everybody's rich. So I don't think it's designed to be that.
I struggle with that too, Al, and I'll even take it a step further. I don't know. I believe that has done as much damage, not just from the pulpit, but even with hip hop. Our leaders in hip hop, we've kind of pushed a narrative of if you ain't blinging, if you ain't balling, if you ain't got this Bugatti, if you ain't got this Maybach, if you ain't got this whatever, but Balenciaga, if you ain't got these red bottoms, you're not making it. If you ain't on this vacation and you can't see it on the gram, you really struggling in your life, and you're not making it, you're not doing well. You need to get your life together, and that's not true. That's simply not true. But yet, we have damaged so many people's self-esteem and told them that they're not prosperous because they're not living up to the standards of somebody else. And it's crazy. It's really become a crazy thing. And it's gotten out of hand. It's gotten out of hand.
But I will say that when I did hear what I did, because I know Lloyd said you said there were 2 different sermons, or was it Al, one of y'all? So it was 2 different sermons that Creflo preached. The one that I heard, it was profound. The manipulation, the fear factor, and all those things put in, where I believe, I can't remember what it was. There was a certain church in Louisville, Kentucky that was requesting folks W-2s and check stubs and all that type of stuff. And I think
the reality of that statement is true, what he said. I just think Al and many others, not just Al, and even to some degree myself as well, I wonder, I hope that what he is doing is a revelation and a transformation. I hope that is what it is. History,
I agree,
tells us otherwise. If we're being honest, listen, history does tell us otherwise. Like, this is a horrible example I'm about to give. This is a horrible, horrible, horrible example. But it's when I say it, you'll be like, yeah, that's true. I hope this isn't a situation where the released pedophile is now saying, I think I can be trusted with children's ministry now.
Beg your pardon?
I hope this isn't a situation where the released pedophile is saying, I think I can be trusted with children's ministry now.
I'm gonna need you to clarify.
In other words, Creflo has done so much damage in the Christian community and in the Black community with what he's preached, he and others, with the prosperity gospel that they have rained down on the people for 20 plus years. Now, because things are not going their way, or because they've been busted with these untruths, and we've come to realize, like Al said, that this dude can't be trusted. Now, all of a sudden, you're asking for repentance and another chance to prove that you can do it right. Well, you're saying all the right things, but that don't mean we should let you back into our psyches.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like the dude that's served time as a pedophile, he might be reformed. He may have found the Lord in prison. He may be completely over his sickness. It was called a sickness or mental whatever. But that don't mean you're supposed to put him over children's ministry.
Well, even the scripture says, "Thou shalt not tempt the Lord."
Well, but that's what I think Alice is saying, and I think that's what I'm saying. It's when you've done as much damage as Creflo has done, do you now accept the shift? Like even with Kim Burrell. Okay, this ain't the first time you've done reckless stuff. You've been pretty reckless throughout your career. So do we just keep forgiving you? Have you guys have heard Kim Burrell sing, right?
I think so.
Put character aside.
Okay.
Kim Burrell's an amazing singer.
Okay.
So why isn't Kim Burrell thought of, or her career doesn't reflect the level of talent that she possesses? Because talent-wise, and Al, you correct me if I'm wrong, talent-wise, I would put Kim Burrell in some of the same conversations that I would put Kiki Wyatt. She can sing.
Wait a minute.
Kieta, go back and listen to some Kim Burrell.
I'll listen.
Sing.
But even when we talk about Kiki Wyatt, nobody I know even mentions Kim Burrell.
But that's my point. You're making my point for me. Why? Because people look at her character and they go, "Man, I just can't rock with her like that."
Hmm.
I don't know. Al, what you think?
I think that what happens is it only takes, you heard the saying, one monkey can't ruin a show.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true, because what happens is when we see a snake, and I'm not calling these preachers snakes.
I know what you're saying, though. Yeah.
When we see a snake, we immediately think that snake can bite me. And if it bites me, it's poisonous. I'm going to die.
Right.
That's what we immediately think. We don't sit and rationale and say, well, all snakes aren't poisonous. It could be this breed of snake or this breed. What our first thought, unless we people, wilderness walkers and we're into that type of stuff, we first think, oh, it's a snake. It can bite me and I can die. And unfortunately, it's the same with our leaders, not just in the church, in the community. One monkey is ruining the show because we watched what this individual has done. We've watched what two of the three women of Black Lives Matter, they've left and started new organizations. But then we come to find out, there's been some shady going on in Black Lives Matter. So we've seen what that organization. Now we're kind of leery about, okay, where are we going to put, which horse are we going to put our money on? So it's the same with our leaders in the community as it is with our leaders in the church. Who can you trust? Who is sincere? Who is not only being sincere, but who is being transparent?
You know what would be refreshing? To have a pastor stand up in a pulpit and just say, like, maybe from the inception of his ministry, or not even just a pastor, but even a politician, somebody, just to say right from the start, listen, I am deeply flawed. I got issues. I heard Kevin Hart, an interview on, shout out to The Pivot, one of my favorite podcasts with, what's Kenyatta's favorite cousin, Ryan Clark and Shannon Crowder and Fred Taylor. They had Kevin Hart on today, and Kevin talked about how the one thing that he's learned about himself is that he's a work in progress, and he has made a ton of mistakes. And I mean, if you go back and look at some of the journey that is Kevin Hart, I think one of the things that is kind of both the blessing and the curse of his journey is that his mistakes have been really loud, like really loud. But he doesn't hide from them. He doesn't try to wash them over as if they didn't happen, or try to act as though I'm not, I'm not that guy and I'm really better than that and I'm being set up. Or he said, no, I did that and I did that and I did that. And so that's why people kind of still rock with Kevin. Like, they're like, you know what, man, we appreciate the fact that you're just being transparent. Like you said, Al, it's transparency, bro. It's a hard thing to find in 2022. And even beyond just the statement of, or the act of, the willingness to even do it. Because the vitriol that sometimes comes with transparency can be kind of unnerving. And a lot of people don't want that. They don't want the backlash from Black Twitter, the backlash from society to say, if I feel this particular way, they're going to crucify me. They're going to catch, I'm going to catch it, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But at the same time, man, it's almost better to go on and Eminem that thing. Put your own stuff out there, 8 Mile style, and then that way, what do they have to talk about now? Stefan says, so do we want equal or do we want separate but equal? Be equal doesn't require a so-called Black leader. That's a great question. Ron says it's transparent and accountability for what you have done and your flaws. Yeah. That's a good question that he's asking. Do we want equal or do we want separate but equal? I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that because one, the black community is not monolithic in its thought, so I don't know. I don't know what equal means to all of us.
But either way, Lloyd, I think it's going to require black leadership to usher us to the table. So,
but what? Okay, but what?
To be equal, are we going to get that on our own?
I don't think so.
Right, and that also answers his previous question about the Protestant church. I mean, that in itself, Protestant is anything to do with Western Christianity, non-Roman Catholic. So that in itself says, okay, there's Baptist, there's Presbyterian, there's Lutheran, and all the others. So no, there is not one directive. And yes, they are on their own mission.
I think most of our new leaders are going to look more like Killer Mike than they look like Barack Obama. And I think we're going to have to be okay with that. Like, he ain't going to be perfect. He might have a past. But if he has grown from his past, which is what Anthony Bruce is talking about, he's now he's growing in manhood or womanhood. Because it ain't got to just be men. It could be women too. But whatever that growth pattern is, you grow and become better than you were. And we and don't hide from your past. If you made mistakes, talk about your mistakes. Now, some mistakes are probably more forgivable than others, right? Like, we probably not going to elevate a pedophile, probably not doing that. Probably not going to elevate a habitual abuser. Because one of the reasons why Chris Brown can't reform is not that we weren't ready to forgive him for the Rihanna thing, because we were. But what happened is, bruh, Rihanna said you beat her ass, and then Karuchi said you beat her ass, and there's other, and it seems like you're habitual, like you have a problem. So it's hard to forgive you when you have a problem. So we want to elevate leaders that are learning from their mistakes. That's one of the reasons why I think Kobe is so beloved, because it seemed like he had his one indiscretion, and that was enough to wake him up and be like, "Oh man, I gotta start. Listen, I gotta get my life together." So I think I love to hear what you Mama Noise think, but I think our leaders are going to look. I think our leaders to that equality that we're discussing are going to be a bit flawed. I think I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that, because I feel like I can trust leaders who have overcome something and are transparent about what they've overcome, more so than the leader who hides behind the prestige of their leadership. We've seen that before. We've already seen that movie. I'm tired of that.
Would we be able to trust a leader enough to follow him? We've seen so much. I know we do, but we was like, with the Black Lives Matter thing, and then when old girls starting to try to fatten up a portfolio, you like, what? Then when you start getting the people that was supposed to be getting the money, it was like, what the la? So it's like, okay,
I don't disagree with what you're saying, Mama Noise. You're not wrong. It's hard. And the Black Lives Matter, and I've said this on this show many times, that the Black Lives Matter thing set us back. That has set us back tremendously. Like that is an unspoken blow that we are all feeling right now. Because you notice, don't nobody talk about, you don't hear Black Lives Matter being talked about nowhere right now. So that's a blow. That is a blow. And so I agree with you. It's going to be, but we got to trust somebody.
Yeah, we do.
Now, maybe we got to make, this sounds bad. Maybe we got to make the next leaders earn it before we just jump on the bandwagon and rally behind somebody and start throwing our money at them. Maybe we got to make them earn it. Maybe they got to put their dollars up first before we all start putting our dollars up. And then what are the dollars for? And I agree, Ron. No perfect leaders. All leaders have flaws. Can people forgive? Lead the flaws and allow them to lead again. And I think Anthony Bruce said it right. Depends on the flaws. And I disagree with you, Stephon. I don't think equal would require us to assimilate. I don't agree with that. Why we got to assimilate to other cultures just to get the same rights and privileges? Why do you have to do that? I'm gonna tell you something, man. One of my inspirations, I don't know if I've ever talked about this on this show. I think I've talked about it on Believe in ACC. One of my inspirations for what I do today is Stuart Scott. And one of the reasons why he's my inspiration, one of my inspirations, is because he was the first time I ever saw somebody be a sportscaster and be black at the same time. I didn't even know that was possible. I thought if he was going to be a sportscaster and be a black man
and professional.
What?
And a professional.
Well, hold on. Well, yeah, but first of all, I'm saying I thought you had to be assimilate to a kind of a whiteness. Like you had to sound white. You had to, hey, buddy, hey, welcome to this show. And I'm and this is the news and blah, 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 blah. I didn't know that you could be your whole black self. You know, when that dude started saying booyah, and they said, man, he's cool as the other side of the pillow. I was like, man, that's us. You don't get no blacker than recognizing that the other side of the pillow is cool.
What? You mean Gumbo wasn't doing it for us?
Gumbo, no. Not while I respect it, I've always respected Brian Gumbo. I've always respected it. But he didn't come across as the quintessential black man. Whereas with Stuart Scott, you were like, oh, that's a black man right there.
Again, I was being facetious.
I know you was. I just like that. I just wanted to bring it up too. But I think, and Anthony Bruce said we need a universal code of conduct for all. Wow, what a statement. We do. I just don't know how we get there. We do need it though. And then I take issue with what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, but I disagree also. Because you're saying it's still their land. It's really not. You can't squat on somebody's land and call it yours. What's his name? Guy Torrey. He has a great joke. He said, y'all say we steal as black people. Y'all try to say we steal as black people. And I understand what you're saying. We do steal. But we didn't invent stealing. Y'all invented stealing. Y'all stole a whole country and called it the United States. That's his joke. That's not mine. But that's the point that he's trying to make. You can't squat on somebody's land and call it yours. So if this land is as much ours as it is theirs. So I'm trying to understand what we're doing. They didn't conquer anything. They murdered people and stole it.
Right. This land is your land.
Yeah.
This land is my land. Yeah. From California to the New York Islands.
Right. That song wasn't a song of honor. That song was a manifesto. We're going to steal this land from one side to the other. And that's the point. I think that's the point I'm trying to simply make. Like that, let's call it what it is. And so that's why the whole Constitution, there are parts of the Constitution that but that's not conquering. Conquering is when two people have rights to the land. Well, not two rights, but conquering is to me, if I war, is that you have a land and they have a land and y'all trying to fight over a new land. We already have.
But before you even go that far, just because you're more powerful, does that mean you're entitled to it? Just because their armies were greater and you can take it?
Well,
that's not right.
History is saying the opposite. Because history is saying we just steal land. That's what we do. That's what we out here doing. We're just stealing it. I don't know, man. I understand what Stefan's saying. I understand the word he used in conquering. He says, Ross says, a strong taking from the weak. Yeah. I understand what they're saying. I just think it's not right. And it's still stealing. A lot of times war is just stealing.
Wow.
Come on now, let's tell the truth. Are we gonna tell the truth? Are we gonna
Well, that mentality, the strong taken from the weak, is why we have senior communities in Houston under siege from thugs and afraid to come out and leave their homes. And so,
how's that any different than the bully that takes something from in the lunchroom?
He conquered it.
It's just a bully taking something from somebody who he thought he could take it from. So no, so now that brings us back to the leadership. Do we have leaders that are prepared for that? Do we have Craig with a brick that's ready to throw it at Debo?
We always think we do, but then what happens? Where's what's the young lady that was on the ground here for Breonna Taylor? What was her name? Tamika Mallory.
Tamika Mallory, yeah.
Where's she now?
Cricket.
Ain't heard from her.
I think she finished writing a book, and that's what she's been doing.
Do you hear from the Sean Kings?
Oh no! After we eviscerated Sean and said he wasn't black, that ninja faded so fast off the scene.
And then his house got posted online like, this is what y'all have afforded this man.
What was the preacher guy from the East Coast? What was his name? Dr. Barber. Wasn't that his name? William Barber.
I don't remember him.
He was the one that spoke at. They had a congressman or something come to his church to speak, and he.
Oh yeah.
He addressed them there on the spot. So why do you stand for this? Why do you stand for that?
Is the scrutiny of the new leader, the pressure and the scrutiny too great to stand under? And that's why we're not getting real good leaders? Is it too great?
That could very well be the case, Lloyd. They're not built like they're not built like the Martin Luther Kings and the Desmond Tutus and the Lewis Colemans and the Al Sharptons. They're not thick-skinned enough to handle the pressures.
But I will say the pressure is greater than it ever has been, though, because they turning over every rock. People go back 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years into your Twitter timeline and find out you made a racist comment back in 2004. Oh, he's a racist. Wait. When he was 13 and didn't know nothing, now he's a racist? It's tough, man. It's tough. That scrutiny is everything, but we need some people to step up, man. And then that's the other thing, Stefan. How bad is how bad do I watched the episode of New York Undercover. By the way, which was a much better show than I realized after I binge watched it here recently. They had an episode where JC and Torres discovered a plot to out the government conspiracy to kill Dr. King. Now, what made that a powerful episode is because a lot of people think that's art imitating life, that there was indeed a government conspiracy to kill Dr. King because they felt as though, and there, by the way, there's a video, and we'll probably play it on Thursday, but there's a video that's circulating on the interweb, an old video. It's a movie, I think it was, where in the movie, the guy is talking about why we promote certain blacks over others. Because they will, the other party takes the more prominent, intelligent blacks and promotes them up the ranks, because if we leave them in the communities, they'll empower the community much like King did, and that's a problem.
I.e. Daniel Cameron's,
right, which by the way, their images happen to be in the video too.
So Herschel Walker.
Is he one of the more prominent blacks? Because the more I hear him speak, I feel like he's an idiot.
Right.
Well,
every time he go before the people, you find another kid that belongs to him. So.
Right.
Wow.
This might be a Red Rover situation in order.
But then we have to do a little self-reflection and then ask ourselves, are we willing to be followers? Are we willing to set aside our own personal gain, agendas, and are we willing to follow?
Because it does take a unified sacrifice to pull this together. We got to be willing to put our personal agendas aside for the greater good. Ooh, we struggle with that one. Aside, our personal agendas aside. How about that one? You might be put my personal agenda aside for the greater good.
What did I say about Herschel Walker?
I said he was an idiot. That's what I said.
Ron said I get the button. What did I say?
What did I say? I don't remember what he said. You gotta confirm what he said, Ron.
He's one of the greatest running backs ever to put on the blue star. So I mean,
whatever. Now I'm gonna give you the button, but not the one you were thinking about.
Lloyd Spence. You know, Herschel Walker was one of the greatest running backs in the NFL. Is
that why y'all traded him for all those Super Bowls?
No. I'm just saying, if that being said, how can he not have been one of the greatest running backs to ever put on a Dallas uniform? Oh, yeah, I might do that.
You did say that.
I did say that.
Okay, you're right. Damn. There you go. That's the button he was looking for.
You're right.
That's what he's looking for.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, he was great enough because he certainly didn't duplicate that in Minnesota.
Well, I mean, they were dumb enough to let us have him for nothing. So,
just saying. So,
but we digress.
I don't know. This is a tricky one. This is a tricky situation. So, we gotta get deep into this one. We may have to part 2 this one. What's going on next day? Oh, we got a really powerful show. I say powerful. It's gonna be fun. I ain't gonna say powerful. I use powerful too much. It's gonna be a fun show tomorrow on the 5. We're gonna do the top 5 all-time show. So everybody right now, as I speak, is putting together their individual list of the categories that we're going to introduce tomorrow. Their top 5s, and so I'm sure an argument
that could be moments, plays.
Tomorrow, this is part 1, so I'm sure this is going to be more person driven than it is like individual moments and stuff like that. This is going to be person driven. So
either way, I'm in favor. I'm pleasantly pleased because this is such a dry time in sports.
Oh, it's
although
like
there is what 40 days to kick off,
something like that. Yeah. This is a hard time in sports right now. Sports shows are struggling. I mean, they are struggling. They are so pissed at Kevin Durant right now. They're like, in the Nets, they're like, come on, please, somebody pull off a trade or something. Right. Dallas bullied Minnesota. You're right, Ron. Just bullied them. Stole them.
You know what? We were the Cowboys and they were the Indians. We did take advantage of that.
Full advantage. It's almost like y'all took Minnesota out on a date and date raped them.
Right.
Hit put Molly in a drink.
Well, go ahead and hit this peace pipe.
Right. So, what do you think about Herschel? We love him. I thought you would.
Yeah.
Just a dirty dog. They're just dirty.
No, man. We got Herschel. We got Herschel from Minnesota.
No.
Yes.
No, Al.
Yes, Lloyd. And then we gave him back.
That's the point. We ain't talking about how he got there. We're talking about how he. Don't do that, Al. Don't do that.
We had the prime Herschel. We stole the prime and then gave him back all used.
Yeah, but that ain't the part everybody remember. Everybody remember where y'all jacked him in a back alley and told him y'all had a Rolex, and next thing you know, they got a Folex.
I got you.
I got to bring this up. Our book is on the way. Your book should get on the way. Go get What Did Jay Say? Go get it, man. It's on Amazon.com. Get it. Bless your life. The man got something to say. He got a book of poems that he wrote, and he's brilliant. So go get the book and, bless your own life. Make your own life better. That's what we'd like you to do. So there you go. We're ending a little bit early tonight, but that's okay because y'all got things to do. We got things to do. So shout out to Cuz, feel better. Shout out to Unc, feel better. He's continually getting better. Shout out to everybody who's under the weather right now. Those who are suffering with that Cocoa 19, everybody just be out here in these streets and you ain't feeling your best. We want you to feel better and take care of yourself. Don't let this good hot weather fool you. All right. Anything else, Al and Mama Noise? I got anything?
I got nothing.
No, I think you covered it all.
I covered it all? Well, all right then. Well, then y'all come check out the Fire to Mars. Thank you, Stefan, for them stars. We sure appreciate it. And we will be back on
Thursday.
Yeah, for part 2. We'll be back for part 2 on Thursday. So until then, y'all have a good one. Watch your jewelry while we're gone. Can y'all hold on to your jewelry. Hold on tight to your jewelry. You just never know. You just never know.
We're talking noise.